Welcome back to part 2 of a series of me turning this beat up aquarium into an amazing predatory tank. So here we're working on the middle brace. The middle brace is one of the most important parts of the aquarium because it holds the walls together, and without it, your walls will bust apart and you'll have water all over the floor. And as we get into it, you can see we used a couple bolts, washers, screws, and a mending brace, which we're gonna basically bolt this mending brace together with the two pieces that are broken, so that when the walls do push apart, when the water is filled up, that mending brace will hold both pieces together just as the original design. And the metal that I use, because this is going to be a saltwater build, they are zinc plated, which means they won't rust with the salt water. So that's something else important if you are gonna try to do this yourself, and if you're using it for a saltwater build. But here you can just see me screwing in the holes, and I actually found out that the screws that I used were too small, which upsetted me because I really wanted to finish this build, and you can hear that now.
No. They work.
I really wanted to finish this build, but I had to stop that night because it was late and I couldn't go back to get no screws. So here we are the next day. I grabbed some longer screws, and here we are just continuing the build. So what I'm doing is I have the screw, and then I have two washers on each side of the broken middle brace with a bolt on it. And that's gonna hold tightly to this middle brace that's broken with the mending plate, so that when the water does fill up and the pressure is put on the walls, that mending brace will hold both pieces together strongly to act as it first worked before it was broken. So here you just see me putting on all the screws, bolts, washers, just to get it all nice and connected. And you want to make sure you get a nice tight fit on there on those screws so that they don't come off, so that you know you have a strong connection between the mending brace and the middle plate, because you don't want that to come off when your tank fills up. And what I did here, the next step, was kind of extra, but it's what I had to do because the screws at the bottom were moving while I was trying to screw it down. So plus I felt comfortable with this. I didn't screw it on too tight, just enough to get a snug fit. And here you can see me just trying to tug on it, get a little rough with it, just to make sure it's nice and tight and strong. But here's the ending result, and I know it's ugly right now, but just stay tuned to see how it turns out.